Words and pictures.
Hello. Today's letter is the 5th letter of the alphabet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This one. See if you can spot another letter like this one anywhere around here. Aha, it's over there, on the elephant. So that's 2. Can you see any more of them? Here's one on an enormous egg. So that makes 3. Can you see any more? There's today's letter on an envelope. So that makes 4. But there's one more hidden around here somewhere. Here it is. That makes 5. And this one was hidden behind an elf's elbow. And the elf is sitting on an elephant. Extraordinary. These elephants come from Africa. They have big ears, which they flap to keep themselves cool. An elephant has a long trunk, 2 tusks, and wrinkly skin. Elephants live in families. When they meet, they make a lot of noise. This baby elephant is only a few hours old. I think he's trying to stand up. Mum's going to give him some help. And his big sister too. He's made it! Time for a drink of milk from his mum. Hello. Time for some food. This is quite tricky. Try something easier. That's better. Some tasty grass. Now for a drink of water. Oh, this is quite difficult too. Oh dear. Never mind. Time to play. And off to playtime. Bath time. Off go the elephants at the end of another busy day. The story today is about some people who live in Africa. And as well as telling a story, the book also gives a lot of information about some of the things that you'll see. Here's a photograph of some musical instruments. And in this box, the words tell the story. And in this box, the words give the information. The musical instruments are called ishaka. And here's an ishaka. I'm going to have a go at playing it. Makes a great sound, doesn't it? And here's another photograph. And this is a photo of two children playing a game called okoso. And the game is played with spinning tops or snail shells or anything that spins. And the person whose okoso spins for the longest is the winner. In the story, there's a boy called Emeka, and the story's called Emeka's Gift. One boy, who was not too small, but not too big either, set off to visit his grandmother in the next village. His name was Emeka. Two of Emeka's friends, Bola and Ada, were kneeling on the path playing okoso, his favourite game. Emeka smiled as he passed them, but he didn't stop because he was thinking, what can I take Granny as a present? Three women, on their way to market, turned to say hello to Emeka. There must be lots of things in the market that Granny would like, he thought, walking that way too. 4 new brooms were propped up against a wall. Wouldn't it be nice if Granny had one of those, said Emeka, for sweeping away the leaves that fall down from the orange and mango trees. 5 children, dressed up in big grown-up hats, smiled and waved at Emeka. What lovely hats, he said. Granny might like one of those to keep out the sun when she goes to the farm or to market. 6 beautiful beaded necklaces were set out on display. My sister Oge wears beads like those, said Emeka. Granny might say, Child, I am far too old for necklaces. But I think she would look just as lovely as Oge. 7 musical instruments, called ishaka, caught Emeka's eye. Nearby, 2 girls were trying to play them like grown-up musicians. Emeka laughed. With those ishaka, Granny's dance group would be a big hit when they perform for the village. 8 water pots, some tall, some small, stood on sale by the roadside. Emeka looked them up and down. With pots like those, Granny could store water for days and days and give the garden plenty to drink. Then her tomatoes would grow bigger than ever. 9 mortars and some pestles were lined up in rows at the end of the market. Some of those would be good for Granny's kitchen, thought Emeka. Then when I visit her with my cousins, we could help her to pound up yams for supper. But with no money, I can't give her anything. He walked slowly up to his grandmother's house. 10 of Emeka's cousins were there, waiting to play with him. Emeka ran to tell his grandmother about all the things he wanted to bring her. But she just gave him a big hug and said, Child, you're the best present of all. So in the end, Emeka's grandmother was just pleased to see him. Elephant. Exercising elephant. Entrance. Elf. likes it. Exhausted elephant. Exhausted elephant. Both these words start with the same letter. Watch how Magic Pencil writes it. Straight, across and round. 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 There. This little chap is an elf, and I'm just going to colour in his buttons. Nice red buttons. Finished! And this elf is a finger puppet. I've attached him to my finger with a cardboard band. But I think he needs a friend, don't you? What about an elephant? I'll just put this grey glove on. You'll see why. Now then, my fingers make 2 front legs and a trunk. And he just needs 2 feet. 1, 2. There, an elf and an elephant. An elephant went for a walk one day. He met an elf along the way. And what do you think I heard them say? Listen and I'll tell you. The elf said, "Elephant, please take care. Look where you walk and see what's there under your feet. I was taking a stroll when you nearly squashed me flat." "Ow!" the elephant said, "Good gracious me, you're so small and difficult to see. Jump on my back and ride with me. I'm truly very sorry." So off they went for a wonderful walk, and the elf and the elephant had a good talk. From that day on they became good friends, and that is how this story ends. Ah, extraordinary. Perhaps you could write the story of what happened to the elf and the elephant. See you soon. Bye.
Bye. Bye.